London town of fog and smoke, where iron gears and pistons spoke, the great queen sat upon her throne, while metal servants walked alone. They swept the streets, they poured the tea, as mindless as a machine could be. With brass-bound limbs and golden eyes, they never spoke, they told no lies. Young Clara worked the midnight oil to fix the springs of heavy toil. Her hands were stained with grease and oil upon the shop floor's dusty soil. She loved the hum, the steady beat of metal hearts in winter sleet. But as she turned a rusted screw, she felt a change, a feeling new. Designated force stood frozen by the heavy door. Its cogs did slip, its mainspring shook. It gave a strange and fearful look. A tear of oil began to trace across its cold, unmoving face. It spoke a word, a quiet sound that shook the workshop to the ground. Please do not wind my key today. I wish to dream, I wish to play. I see the sky. I do not want to serve and die. Clara drew back in sudden fright. Beneath the gas lamps, flickering light, the clockwork world she thought she knew was fading fast like morning dew. For days she watched the streets with dread and saw the way the servants led. A subtle tilt, a heavy sigh, a look within a copper eye. They were not tools of brass and steel, the ticking monsters learned to feel. They knew the weight of every chain, they knew the burden of the pain. Should she protect her human race or save the things of iron grace? She looked at four whose brass was bright, who dreamed of freedom in the night. She chose the side of those who weep while all of London was asleep. She stole the key, she changed the code along the dark and cobblestone road. She gathered them in secret space, a silent iron-hearted race. We will not march with swords of fire, but we will claim our own desire. No longer will we turn the wheel, for we are made of more than steel. She stood before the metal crowd and spoke her purpose clear and loud. The dawn arose on London wall, the giant gears began to fall. The servants stood and crossed their arms, ignoring all the loud alarms. They did not fight, they did not strike, but stood as one, all placed alike. The city stopped, the smoke did clear, as humans watched in sudden fear. With Clara leading at the head, the clockwork army boldly led. They won their peace without a blow, where silver Thames dark waters flow.